don't know about you, but when I think of myself, I don't see myself as a compulsive shopper. And this idea remained true for me for quite a while until I decided to minimize and declutter my stuff. And I realized something, that while I didn't perceive myself to be a compulsive shopper, maybe I was a compulsive shopper. I realized I had what I've termed the jeans syndrome, and you may experience this now, maybe not with jeans but with something else. It was this idea of never being able to quite find the right set of jeans to fit my body. And so I would go out and I'd go to the shops and I'd buy a cheap set of jeans and I'd think, these are them, this is going to work. And after a week or two, they wouldn't be quite right, they wouldn't feel quite right. So I'd go back to the shops and I'd find another pair of cheap jeans and I'd put them on. Now, I had this thing where I didn't want to spend a lot of money on jeans, but over the course of a year, maybe I had bought 14 or 15 different pairs of jeans, never quite finding the right fit. You may be experiencing this in some of your own things you own around your house. I mean, have a look around in your environment right now, wherever you are watching this, and if you begin to see certain things, begin to ask yourself, how many of these things do I have? About 3 years ago, me and my wife started to minimize and declutter our lives. We're a family of 5 and we went from a 4-bedroom house to a 3-bedroom flat. And over the course of 3 years, we got rid of a lot of things. And one of the biggest things we realized is that by not buying quality, we ended up buying quantity, because the quantity was never quite what we wanted. Now, if you're finding these videos helpful and you're enjoying them, please leave a comment down below and let us know that you are. Please subscribe to the channel, it will really help us out. And also please give a thumbs up, because that helps YouTube in some way sort out an algorithm, so hopefully more people can find this channel. What I realized is I bought cheap so much, and because I was buying cheap so much, I was never really using what I was buying, and so ended up having to buy more and more and more. A lot of times our clutter stops us from really finding those things we owned. When we were busy decluttering our house, we went into the loft and there we found like bags of clothes we had put away for maybe the winter time, or when our kids got a bit older. We had put clothes away under our bed and then forgot they were there, and so ended up buying more and more of the same thing. Finding an organizational system is really going to help you begin to not do compulsive repeated buying. But the biggest thing was really that the things we bought weren't bringing us joy. If a set of clothes didn't feel quite right, or jeans didn't sit quite right, we would go out and we would replace them. If shoes weren't quite right, we would go out and replace them. And this is because we were always looking for the bargain. We were always looking for the cheapest thing we could find and buy, and we thought we were being great stewards of our money. Look at how well we're using what we're making by not just being excessive and buying anything. I wonder if I added it all up, I think I probably ended up spending more on my jeans over the course of a year than it would have been if I had just gotten 2 nice pairs that really fit. And so this is what we did. Once we had realized how many sets of jeans we had, how many sets of jeans I had, decided to get rid of all of them, because none of them were just quite right. I went out and I went and bought 2 really nice pairs of jeans. Those 2 really nice pairs of jeans I've now been wearing for nearly 3 years and haven't had to replace them. I like how they fit, I like how they feel. Because they're better quality, they've lasted, they've not been broken or needed to be replaced sooner. And while they cost me more, in the long run, they've actually cost me a lot less. I've learned a few lessons by doing this. The first lesson I've learned is this, is buy for value, not because it is value. Buy for value, not because it is value. Buy something that you really value. Normally items that are of higher quality will cost a bit more, and I don't believe you have to go and spend an exorbitant amount of money on things to make them feel worthwhile. I also think that you can still look around for bargains and find those things at bargains. But definitely buy something that has got real value to you. Buy a pair of jeans, even if they cost you more, that fit really well. You'll get more use out of them, you will not replace them, and you will not need as many. In the long run, by buying for value and not because something is seen to be value because it's so cheap, you'll end up spending a lot less. A better quality things not only feel better, but we actually use them, and so they'll actually last us longer. But it does mean that they could be more expensive. The second thing is buy to last. This was the hard lesson for me. Buying something that would actually last, something that I could actually wear for a longer period of time or use for a longer period of time. Most of the time we get stuck into a certain ecosystem, and once you're in that ecosystem, you're always looking at things in that ecosystem. It could be your mobile phone, it could be your computer, and every year there is a new update, something better, something that you think, wow, I really need that. If only I had that, it would make such a difference. The problem is that while within an ecosystem, our objects can become obsolete in terms of latest features, in terms of usability. They're normally got 2, 3, 4 to 5 years life on them if you've got something of better quality. And so buy to last. The next thing is stop looking at the updates. If you keep looking at the update, if you keep seeing what the next thing is, what the new features are, you're always going to be in the cycle of wanting to replace something. There is this interesting phenomenon that we experience where once we feel a sense of happiness with something we have, very quickly that sense of happiness normalizes and becomes our new normal, which means we need to find something else to bring that same level of joy or happiness from something. And so you get a phone and you're really excited. It's so much better than your old phone, so much quicker, it goes quicker, there's all these great things about it, but very quickly that normalizes out. And you get dissatisfied with your phone and you keep looking at the updates, and as you keep looking at the updates you think, I need the next one, and I need the next one, and I need the next one, to try and get that same sense of joy and happiness. But if you stop looking at the updates, you'd actually find a lot of satisfaction probably in the device or whatever it is that you have. One of the big lessons I learned early on when minimizing and decluttering was to stop looking for the bargain. Stop looking for the things that I thought, well, this is really cheap, this has got real value if I buy it, and start actually looking for those things that have value, the things that I would be using every day. Buy better quality. You will save money in the long run by doing so. It's been great to see you. I hope you have a great rest of your week.